Hello, everyone. My name is Lexi, and this is a Sincerely Soul podcast. I hope we're all having a great week so far. It's Friday, it's getting really close to Halloween, and I'm really excited. I'm also really excited for my costume. Halloween is probably my favorite holiday. I was going to say one of my top ones, but no, it's probably my favorite holiday. And so I am so excited for Halloween. I kind of want to jump right into this episode because I feel like last week I was just like, not really. I was just kind of beating around the bush and just saying a bunch of random stuff. Today, we're going to talk about something that I have already previously talked a little bit about, which is numerology. I have an episode, I believe it's called How Numbers Change Your Life, but I'm going to link it in the description of this episode as well. So I get a little bit more in depth with it on there. So if you want to look at that episode as well as this one, be my guest. I will have it linked down below. But I am going to be using a few things today to assist us in this episode. I'm going to be using this book that I got. If you are on YouTube, you're going to be able to see this, but if not, this is The Power of Numbers by Jessica Allen. I love this book. It's amazing. It literally has every type of numerology thing there is, like life path numbers, angel numbers, significant numbers, like literally everything. It also has the history of numerology and all that fun stuff. So if you are somebody who loves angel numbers or loves just signs and things like that from the universe, then this is a book that you would want to look into. Also, just a little disclaimer. Obviously, not everybody is going to be like, oh, well, numbers have a significant meaning in your life. But if you're somebody who thinks that anything can kind of be a push towards, I feel like this is kind of the same thing as astrology. Like either you believe in it or you don't. And either way is totally fine. Either you want to use it in your life or you don't. But if you don't like want to use it in your life, no worries. I just think it's something that's kind of fascinating to just know about as a whole. So numerology is pretty much the belief that numbers have a spiritual meaning behind them. So in my last episode that I did on numerology, I focused heavily on angel numbers because I love angel numbers. If you want to hear about the angel numbers, that's going to be in that episode that is going to be linked in the description of this episode. So the first thing that is going to kind of get us started on life path numbers is core numbers. So core numbers are 1 through 9. It's just the fundamental and central part of numerology. And basically to get your life path number, you need your birthday. So you're just adding all of the numbers together from your birthday. So for these exercises, I guess you could say, I'm going to use mine as an example to kind of, I don't know, I learned from example and visuals. So I'm going to teach it in that way as well. So for my life path number, I would take my birthday, month, day, and year. So I was born February 4th, 2002. So mine adds up to 10, which is not a core number. So then it goes, if you get a double digit number, you add those two together. So if mine ended in 22, I would add together 2 and 2, which is 4. If that makes sense? So mine ends in 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. So my life path number would be 1, and so on and so forth. It just offers insights into your strengths, your weaknesses, and just things that you might be drawn towards in this life. Another example that they have examples in this book, which is amazing. And an example is June 7th, 1998. That life path number, you do the month, the day, the year. So 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 8 equals 27. And then 2 plus 7 equals 9. So then their life path number would be 9. The next thing that you can do, like calculating to find out, is your personality number. What makes your personality is pretty much who you are. It's what makes you laugh, what makes you angry, what makes it so how you interact in conflict or in happy situations. So you also have to reduce this one to a single digit. So, but you don't use the year. So my birthday is February 4th. So 4 plus 2, 6. So then my personality number would be 6. Another example is December 26th. That is me and my boyfriend's anniversary. 2 plus 6 is 8, so then that would be the personality number of 8. So now we're going to talk about what if you figure out your life path number or your core number, anything like that, and you just don't feel like it fits for you. Like Does that mean that numerology just doesn't work for you? It just means that you might have to take more of an intuitive approach. Like, you know yourself better than anybody else. So if things don't resonate with you, reflect around the numbers that might be sticking out to you more. Or if you read about the other numbers, the other life path numbers, if there's one that's more fitting for you, you'll eventually find a number that kind of resonates more with you. So I'm going to read about life path number 1 because that's my life path number. But in this book, which I will link, probably how you can get it on Amazon in the description of this episode too. This is not sponsored or anything. I just really, really like this book. So you can go and get this book if you'd like. I literally found it at Five Below. So you can check out Five Below as well. So the number 1, which is the life path number that I got, is associated with independence, leadership, courage, and energy. I'm reading from the book, okay? It comes first, it kicks things off, it exudes confidence. 1 starts and all the other counting numbers follow. Number 1 likes to be, well, number 1, which I think it's crazy that it says leadership because for my job outside of the podcast, I am a teacher. And then I have a podcast where I help people. I'm kind of giving them guidance. And I just think that's kind of interesting. 1 is associated with new starts. When we get to number 1, whether we're starting or restarting, we can take a second to pause, gather our breath, and feel the number's great power. Being, seeing, or hearing the number 1 helps create a wave of determination. So this kind of leads back to angel numbers. 111 is associated with a new start. So that's also kind of interesting how those kind of correlate. You're likely a strong individual with a clear sense of self. You know who you are and where you want to go, and you're not afraid to take charge and assert your plan. Roadblocks don't exist for you. Number 1s are inherent leaders full of conviction. When a number 1 speaks, others listen. By the same token, when a number 1 sets goals, these goals usually become everyone's goals. Yet, not everyone loves such a take charge attitude. For a variety of reasons, a fiercely independent streak can sometimes lead to loneliness. That part is so insane to me because I am infamously known for liking my alone time. Like, all of my closest friends know this very, very well about me. I don't really ever do the sleepovers. I'm never the type to hang out really for multiple days in a row. Not because I have anything against anyone. I just love alone time. And that does sometimes lead to loneliness because I am very, very hyper independent. And that's something I had to come to terms with in therapy. And I had to realize that I can something I've been working on is realizing I can ask other people for help and I don't have to do everything alone, and I've gotten a lot better at it. But when I was starting the podcast, I was severely hyper independent and I got shit done, but I also didn't really see people very often. And so that is just so crazy to me that that is resonating so well with really who I am as a person. The mantra for life path number 1 is I lead. And then some people, it tells you famous people who have this life path number. So Drew Barrymore, Prince Harry, Steve Jobs, Martin Luther King Jr., Barack Obama, Chrissy Teigen, slay. Number 1's talents are believing in themselves, cultivating opinions, creating opportunities, getting started, leading, and tackling challenges. It even has like some hobbies and stuff. I don't do any of these hobbies, not gonna lie. Jumping, mountaineering, riding motorcycles, running for public office, snowboarding, speed skating. I do actually none of those things, so that's okay. Strengths are ambitious, capable, determined, goal-oriented, independent, and motivated. Weaknesses are aggressive, arrogant, bossy, competitive, demanding, and rash, which honestly I resonate with most of those, good and bad. Now it also tells you like different careers and ambitions related to this number. Also, I want to say if you don't want to read this book, you can still calculate your life number just from how I told you how to do it, and you can look up life path number 4, life path number 5, and you can find stuff and articles about it and videos about it, so then you don't have to go and get a book or anything. So that's something I also would recommend doing, is just looking up articles and videos about that life path number and just finding out the information that way. But it is a lot of insight. Some of the ambitions and careers related to this number are careers that require a lot of responsibility, such as corporate executive, entrepreneur, or head of state. Whoa, that's pretty crazy. Life advice: keep a bullet journal or use a planner app. Okay, I am always planning things. I have a planner, I have multiple journals. I plan everything to a T. And that is a good and bad thing because when other people don't follow a plan that we've created, it really stresses me out. And sometimes I react off of that, which is something that I'm working on. But I'm able to identify it now. Take time to reflect on goals you've accomplished. Don't forget to decompress occasionally. Sometimes I feel like anxiety from inside out. So it also has like some health problems that you could have, and it says eye problems, heart disease, high blood pressure, hot flashes, stress related issues, and sunstroke. I have eye problems, you guys. I am so blind. One of my eyes is -3 and the other one is -5. And I wear contacts all the time. So unless you like know me really well or have known me like growing up, you may not know, but yeah, I've had glasses since I was in like 4th grade. I got contacts when I was in, I want to say 8th grade. And then I still have glasses and I still wear them sometimes, but mainly just at home because my lenses are thick. I'm blind, you guys. It's literally illegal for me to drive without them. So that's kind of crazy. Also, stress related issues. I don't think I need to elaborate on that. We've been new. We've been new. Okay, we're going to switch gears a little bit and talk about something a little bit different, still related to numbers, still related to your birthday, but on a different train. It doesn't involve this book. If you guys remember, I did an episode with Diamond Drips like 3-ish weeks ago, and she is amazing. She actually does human design reports from her website, and when I did the podcast with her, she actually helped me figure mine out. Only thing is, I don't know why, you guys, I for some reason thought she was like helping me do mine, and I for some reason thought that I was born at like 9 a.m., which I have no idea why. I don't know, but I found my birth certificate and I fact checked. Diamond Drips, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry, girl. I was born at 5:34 p.m. I have no idea where I got 9 a.m. from, but hey, we all learn. I think still though, when I did it with her, I think I still got the same one, which was projector. That was my human design. I'm pretty sure that was the one that I got when I did it with her, but I'm gonna have to check. But basically, I went through and did it on her website right before this episode and like filled it all out. Basically, it just makes you put like your birthday, the time of birth, and like where you were born to kind of calculate it. And Diamond Drips literally said that this report changed her life. And I remember her telling me after the episode, she's like, I wish I would have had my human design at 22. So I'm like, and it gives you so much insight. So I'm pulling up the report on my laptop because she just emailed it to me. You can do a free human design report on her website. I'm going to link it in the description of this episode as well. So if you want to go and pull yours, it gives you so much information. So my type was projector. That was the type that I had. Basically, which this is crazy, it says master of leadership and understanding, which my life path number also said leadership. So I thought that was kind of cool. It says the gift for mine is recognizing others and showing them the way. So kind of guiding people where they're supposed to go. Also very crazy because the podcast that I do is to help other people learn how to help themselves in the way that I've learned to help myself, and just helping other people understand themselves better from what I've learned and just teaching them. And I literally am a teacher, so I don't know. It's just so crazy. My compass is my emotions, which I've always, always, always struggled with having very big emotions. And sometimes I like it, sometimes I hate it because I love people with everything I have, but I also feel like if you're a super emotional person, like you know what I'm saying, bro. I cry over everything, like whatever. But actually, my emotions, once I let them calm down, which it says I need to work on not being so impulsive and just not being so reactive, letting things calm down and then making a decision, that my emotions will help guide me in that way if I'm patient, which I told Diamond Drips this, like I struggle with patience and being very reactive. And so the fact that it says that, I'm like, okay, noted. The definition that I have, so your centers is another word for your chakras. So it says my centers are all connected, which your chakras can be imbalanced but still have a good flow and be connected. So, we can talk about chakras another episode because I absolutely love chakras. So we will talk about that on another episode. Please let me know if you'd love to hear about that because I love chakras. So maybe we can talk about that in next week's episode. But it's said that my divine centers are all connected, which means I process information faster and in a self-sufficient way. So independence. And I just thought it was so cool. Your life path number and your human design, like you can just kind of use these things to learn some more about yourself, figure out how well you know yourself, and it tells you things that you may be drawn towards. And if it's resonating, I think it's really, really good insight and something that you should take into consideration. And so I'm going to end the episode here. But like I said, I will link the book, I will link the human design so you can get your free report. You don't have to pay anything. It literally will just email you a copy of it and then you have that information. And I hope you guys kind of use this information and just kind of see. If anything, it's just for fun. Like just see how well you know yourself. Just try it out and read about it a little bit. And if your life path number is also 1, let me know. Let me know what your life path number is. If you're on YouTube, comment down below what your life path number was because I just want to know. I think it's really cool. If you are watching this on the YouTube, make sure you subscribe and you like. And if you know somebody who loves numbers or just spirituality and that kind of stuff, send this to them so that they can get some insight. I think some of my best friendships are ones where we've sent this type of stuff to each other or just like insight to each other. And I think that's where you all can grow. So if this resonated with you, send it to somebody that you think would also benefit from this. And also make sure you check out the TikTok and the Instagram. I've been getting better at posting clips to both of them, so make sure you go and check those out. If you are listening to this episode on whatever platform it is, make sure that you leave 5 stars. You can also comment on the Spotify, the Apple Music, the iHeartRadio, whatever one you're on. You can comment on it and just kind of tell me what you thought. And I will see you guys next week. Next week is going to be right after Halloween. Ah! So maybe I'll post the episode a little bit early before Halloween. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I hope you guys have a great weekend and stay safe.